Hey guys, welcome back. So I thought I would do a quick live. I might even do a part one or part two of this, but um I wanted to come on here and share some news. I have news that I want to share, but I don't know if it's the right time to share it. But it is good news, and I don't know if anyone else is in the loop on Friday with this yet. I just don't want to release anything until Friday. I might just, when I go in tomorrow at program, I might just ask Eric if it's okay for me to make the announcement. I feel like everybody knows it though. Um, I don't want to make any hints or anything like that, but there is some really good news. But as I said, I want to give it to the audience people that want to at least that want to attend. But you guys probably already know what it is by now. But I will say my mom got a phone call today. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, and then some other news I read about is that Nickelback are releasing a new album, and they said it's gonna be possibly released in October, but they just released a new single today, and I'm trying to look up to see what it was. I can't, because their latest single was Bones to the Crows, which my buddy had notified me about them doing a another like remastered album, but having Bones for the Crows as like a bonus track or on their on a new refurbished remastered album, meaning they're gonna have a lot of their hit songs, but it sounds like they are working on another album. But I did see um guess we'll just type in Nickelback. See. Yep. So their new single is called, or new song they just released is called "Rattle the Cage." Um. Yep. So the album. Here, there we go. I don't want to get any copyright violation, so I'm not gonna play it. But yep. So the album is gonna be called "Everything Under the Sun," but it comes out on the 30th of October. Um, so those of you that are fans or used to hate Nickelback but are now fans, hate to love as they say, the album comes out in October 30th, so towards the end, so the day before Halloween. But I'm very much excited for the album. Um, but Nickelback, I was never a hater with Nickelback. I mean, there were people that listened to Nickelback and hated them then, but I feel like the haters after a long time of Nickelback became lovers of Nickelback, and that's really important. But I wanted to come on here though. So the reason for this video, why I'm making it now, um, is there was an unfortunate event that took place yesterday in Biddeford, Maine. Um, it was obviously they kept giving updates throughout the day and through this morning. It is very devastating with having, unfortunately, two ICE related shootings, one in Houston and one in Biddeford, and both individuals who were killed were not illegal immigrants. And I'm going to say that with honesty and through Angus King and what has been said through real people, not videos, not footage, but news. Um, but even but the two people, so the father that was killed in Texas was not an illegal immigrant. He lived in Texas for 35 years with his son, daughter, and he had like three kids and a wife. But what had happened was he was leaving his house from work. His son said he leaves like around 2 in the morning to go and pick up his work friends, and so he starts early. So yeah, so what he did was he picked up some of his construction friends he works with, including his brother. Um, so the events had happened where these two SUVs, one of them like tailing him right in the next lane, and the other SUV following slow behind. But they stopped him and barricaded his van in a parking lot. But the two people that were killed recently were not illegal immigrants, meaning that they did not have any crimes. And what I am going to say through what Angus King had said on the news about the Biddeford shooting yesterday is that on file and on record, there's been 200 apprehended and only 20 had a criminal record out of all the immigrants they've taken in. Only 20 were criminals. So that brings it to 180 who were apprehended that did not have a criminal record. Because if you minus 200 from 20, it leaves you with 180. 180 people who were brought for, that were apprehended, but 180 of them did not have a criminal record. They all went through the citizen the fate, the ways of becoming a U.S. citizen. And another thing too is that the ICE agents, so all these, yep, I'm almost done. But all these shootings, especially the two that had happened in Minneapolis, um, all of them were all so within the 2 years ICE has been in the United States, they have not even warned. So the thing is, people want to know proof and evidence. Well, unfortunately, to determine what happens with ICE and people that they capture, these ICE agents are not wearing body cameras. And Congress, yeah,
Ready?
yeah, I'm coming.
Now, soon?
Yep, no. But what I'll do is I'll share with you the songs. But I have a list in my head of the top 10 songs that relate to these shootings, these unfortunate shootings and casualties that ICE have taken in and have been responsible for. Um, but I picked out 10 songs that have a huge impact about death, about really not destroying a nation, but the darkness that comes when destroying humanity. But these are songs that really speak to my mind and really speak to what the nation has come down to and its people. And you will hear me mention songs that are metal, that are rock. I might even have 70s rock on there. But I have a list. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching.